2020 has been a very strange year for the entire world, and sports fans are no exception to this. In this year thus far, we've already seen the NBA season stop dead in its tracks, pausing for months on end to only be resumed in a bubble. Meanwhile, the college football season looks to be canceled as a whole, as more and more teams and conferences are dropping out by the day. In the baseball world, the MLB has had a very weird stretch of negotiations starting in May, where the MLB shocked the world and announced their plans to only play 82 games to minimize the risk of COVID-19. The Major League Baseball Players Association was disgusted by this announcement by Commissioner Rob Manfred, as he and the owners hadn't consulted the players before this press conference. On May 14th, the Tampa Bay Rays pitcher Blake Snell started the trend for players to vocalize their concerns surrounding the owner's proposal, mainly having a problem with the 50-50 revenue split. As he and others stated, the risk isn't worth the reward. On May 18th, the MLB owners publicly announced that each team would lose north of $600,000 a game without fans if they played an 82-game season, an attempt to sway public perception towards giving the owners more revenue than the players. The players, and the media, of course, saw right through this tactic and were even more hostile and angry towards their commissioner. On May 20th, the MLB sent an official proposal to the MLBPA outlining the amount of revenue the league would lose in 2020, which came out to be about $4 billion. Many financial experts and players publicly came out against the MLB's numbers, as their accounting was deemed to be way off and very generous towards the owners. On May 26th, after the MLBPA proposed to withhold their pay until fans could come back into the stadiums years from now, the MLB owners proposed a financial plan where salaries would be cut similar to a progressive tax, where as player's salary goes up, so does the percentage that is taken off that player's pay. After more weeks of going back and forth, where the players proposed 114 games, the MLB owners continued to lowball the players in terms of their salaries and the amount of games they were willing to play, as the owners' initial 82-game proposal slowly dropped down to 60 games, and as the players continued to be against this proposal, the MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred put his foot down, stating the season will happen with or without the Players Association's approval. Fast forward to August, where the MLB season has been plagued with canceled games, postponed contests, and COVID-19 outbreaks, most notably with the Miami Marlins and the St. Louis Cardinals, most notably going to the casino and contracting the virus. As each game is canceled, it creates a ripple effect throughout the MLB world, as nearly every team has to cancel games due to past and future matchups with teams that have had positive tests. In my opinion, the MLB season will not be completed. The MLB rushed into a season with very little to no safety precautions, as no Major League Sports League has been successful in resuming play except for the NHL and the NBA, who are both not being exposed to the outside world. With a lack of care from the players to stay healthy, a lack of care among the owners who continue to lose money, and a lack of leadership from the MLB commissioner, the quickly put together MLB season seems to be doomed very, very soon.